So there's a fear that you have, that I had, that's lurking in the background. Like it's sneaky, it's hiding in the dark. You really can't see it. And it's probably the fear that's keeping you stuck, holding you back from starting a business, from actually fully committing and going all in. And if you stick around, I'm going to talk to you about this fear and how it impacted me and how I can help you move beyond this fear, recognize it, move beyond it so that you can get unstuck and get to the point where you're ready to make a move, right? You're ready to step into a new version of you and get that business going that you've been thinking about, in some cases, for years. And that fear is the fear of success, the fear of actually pulling it off. Like, what if this actually works? And that is scarier for a lot of people, myself included, than the fear of failure or the fear of losing money or what if I look stupid. The fear of actually winning carries a very, very heavy weight. Stick with me in this video. By the end, you're going to have some good tools to help you with this fear, because I really think it is the thing that's holding most people back. When I say fear of success, I don't mean money and I don't mean freedom, because that's what we want. Like, we want success in terms of, okay, I've got more dollars in my bank account and I've got more freedom. Like, that's usually why we're getting into business, is to get away from a situation that we're currently in and improve our lives and improve the lives of our families. But what we don't understand is that there's a lot that comes with that success that we're probably not ready for. And nobody told me this, and probably nobody's going to tell you this. I had to learn this for myself when my 27th side hustle, my real estate business, worked, and I actually pulled it off. The 26 previous attempts did not work. And it was because I was never fully committed. I never went all in. I was committing all of the crimes, right? Like trying to do 2 or 3 different businesses at the same time. I dabbled, I gave up, I was distracted, I wasn't focused. Like, I made all the excuses you could possibly think of. I even invented a few, but I never said, hey, I'm actually afraid of winning. I'm afraid of pulling this off. I had to realize that later in my real estate business. And I'll tell you when the moment became very obvious to me, which was I had a month in my real estate business where I made almost as much money in 1 month as I did in an entire year in my W-2 job. And while I had dreamed of that, I never thought it was possible. And along with that came a lot of notoriety. Like, everybody knew about it because I was in a group where we publicized that stuff, and everybody knew. And it's oh my goodness, now I have to live up to this. I have to do this every single month. And it became very heavy, and there was a lot of pressure. And I realized all along that that had been the thing that had scared me the most, because then I was starting to get nervous, right? And now I've got team members, I've got people working for me, I've got people that I'm coaching, because I was also coaching in the real estate business and helping other people. And they were looking at me like, hey, Brian, what do I do? How are you doing it? Like, how can I do this as well? And I had to set the proper example. Now, look, I did my best to live up to it. And I think I did a good job, but that was my actual real fear, was everything that came along with it. Now I'm known. Now all of a sudden I'm an overnight success, and I'm thrusted into the spotlight. Like, I'm on a bunch of podcasts. I'm standing out in front of the mastermind group. I'm coaching people. You know, I've got all of this attention. And while I like attention, and it was a great feeling, that fear of success was like lurking in the background, and it's really sneaky. And nobody ever really admits to that, which is like, hey, I'm afraid of success. It's like, that sounds ridiculous. Why would I be afraid of success? That's what I want. And yes, we do. But what we don't want, or what we're afraid of, is now we have to live up to it. And the other key piece here that is really important is, when you are winning in business and when you have that success, your identity is going to change. Because I came from the corporate world, and you will likely be able to relate to this. I was in sales for 25 years. I was with the same company for 17 years, flying on airplanes, 100,000 miles per year. And my identity was that's who Brian was. I was the sales guy. I was successful on paper, quote unquote. I made good money. I was flying 100,000 miles per year. I had status on airlines. I had status on hotels. I had status with the rental car companies. Like, I was important. I got to get to the front of the line. At least that's the way that I viewed it. That was my identity. When I left all that behind, which was super frightening, when I left the 9 to 5 world behind, the only thing that I had ever known for 25 years, I had never had my own business. Like, it was hard for me to pull the trigger to leave. I remember I interviewed like 6 or 7 different people, and making that phone call to leave my job, even though this is the thing that I had been dreaming about and thinking about for so long. I can't even remember how long I've been thinking about it. I was scared to do it. I was scared to make that phone call and tell my bosses, like, hey, I've got this business and it's taken off and I'm leaving. And that was hard for me. And it was because I was now stepping into a new identity, the new version of Brian, which is the real estate guy and the guy who made, half his salary in 1 month. And now I've got to help all these other people. And now I'm on these podcasts and I got to do all these things. Like, it just became really heavy. And I don't think anyone feels sorry for me, but this is a real fear that I have. And it really was the thing when I look back and evaluate the thing that I think that I was avoiding was I didn't want to be thrusted into the spotlight. And if you think about it, like if you think about overnight success, like if you see celebrities, right, or child actors, you can see that that happens to a lot of people where they just simply can't handle that. And I think that although they want the success and they dream about it, it's like all that stuff that comes along with it, right? Like they got to be present all the time. Like they got to be on it. They got to be on the game because everyone's watching now. And that's what it was for me. The identity piece is tough because you're letting go of an old life, number one. And that's hard. Like, even though you didn't like it, like I hated being on those airplanes and being away from my family, but that's what I knew. And it was really, really challenging and difficult to let go of that. Some of you, I hope, when you leave your 9 to 5 jobs, if that's ever the case for you, and I hope you do, if that's your dream, you may not have as challenging of a time for you as I did, but it's just something I want you to be aware of, because I think that these fears, these things that we tell ourselves, really hide the truth, right? And we, instead of saying, I'm afraid to actually pull this off, what if this actually works? I'm afraid of success and everything that comes along with it. We say other things, like we talk about, well, I don't have enough time, or I don't feel ready, or, what if somebody doesn't like it? And that's a part of the success as well, as what if people don't like it? But we never actually say that. We hide behind other things like perfectionism. Well, I've got to tweak this thing a little bit more before I launch it. So if you've ever done that, like if you've ever, tried to launch a business or launch a course and you've just straight up sabotaged it or ghosted it, likely it's due to this fear of success and stepping into a new identity. Because we do think about that. When we launch something, it's like, oh yeah, I want to get X number of clients. Like all this money is going to go into my bank account. Like we dream about that, and you should go there. I want you to go there. But at the same time, it can become heavy for us. And that may be the real reason why we sabotage ourselves, or why we go back and look for more information, or we watch another YouTube video, or we got to, talk it out more, or think about it, or, the timing's not right. I'll do it after this thing. I get through this thing in my life, when in reality, and I know I've repeated this multiple times and I will continue, is it's living up to it. It's everything that comes with that success that can seem bigger than what we're capable of handling. And I think just knowing it is really, really a great first step, is just being aware that, hey, this is the thing that I'm afraid of. Okay, so how do we beat this fear, like, because it's lurking, it's hiding there. Now it may be present. And you're like, the light bulb went off. It's like, oh my goodness, Brian is speaking my fear. I'm going to help you. And there's three ways that we can put this to rest. The first one is, I want you to just think about publishing before you're ready. Like, hit the go button before you're ready, because you'll never really truly feel ready. There's always something to tweak. There's always more research to be done, but I'm telling you, it's not necessary. Like, the feedback and the research is when you publish it, and then you get the actual real live feedback, whether you get any at all or whether you get a bunch. Perfectionism, you've heard this before, I hope, but I'm going to reiterate it here, which is, it's just fear in a fancy suit or a tuxedo. Sometimes you'll hear that. And you say things like, well, I just want everything to be perfect. It's like, no, you're avoiding something. You're probably avoiding the fear of success. People who win ship fast. They launch fast. Like, just get it out there. Your first version isn't supposed to be perfect. It can't be. It just needs to be real. It doesn't need to be flawless. So launch the thing. Do it fast. The second thing, really important, is when you're getting your business going, you have to make it about them and not you. When I say them, I'm talking about the people that you're trying to help. The fear shrinks the second that your focus shifts. Take it off of you and make it about them. You're not creating products and services for the critics. Like, those aren't the people who are going to buy from you. And a lot of the times we create stuff for them because we don't want them to hate. We don't want them to criticize us. And look, newsflash, it's unavoidable. Like, it doesn't make any difference. You could create the best thing on planet Earth and people are going to show up and knock you down and try to hate it. It's got nothing to do with you. Like, don't take it personal. You're creating for people who are stuck, just like you used to be, and you can help them. So make it for them, not you. Fear hates service. Fear hates service. It cannot survive if your mission, right, is bigger than your ego. All right. So that's the second piece. Number 3 is to create a system that promotes feedback and doesn't serve your feelings. Again, this ties into number 1 a little bit, but most people are taking feedback way too personally. Like, it's about you. Again, make it about them, not you. We want to put stuff out and we want to get all the positive feelings and the accolades and all that good stuff. Like, I get it. I want that too. But when you look at it from the angle of feedback, it's much better for you strategically. Like, a business owner, a good business owner will look at the feedback system as, hey, this is data, this is information I can use to make my stuff better and to better serve my clients, as opposed to, I want to put out stuff that makes me feel good. Well, you can do that, but you also have to put them first. Again, going back to number 2, serve them first, not you. You will be served if you serve your clients first. Okay, so here's the shift that I want you to make. Success isn't scary when you stop making it about you. Fear is okay. Fear means that you care. And that's a good thing, because that is going to mean a variety of things, which is, number 1, you care about your client. Like, you care about showing up. You care about helping people. If you weren't afraid, then none of that stuff would matter. So the fear is a good thing. That's just the approach that I have. And it's a signal. It's a sign telling you, like, hey, this is the direction that you should be going in. And I like to run towards the fear. If I'm afraid of something, I say, okay, this is probably the direction that I should be going in. I need to keep going. And then when I get on to the other side, it's usually never as scary as I make it out to be in my head. And look, you've played small for long enough. Like, it's time to step in. Like, I played small for way too long, and I finally decided to step in. And when I did, it wasn't that frightening. Like, these fears will be there, but you are able to overcome them, and do it with other people as well. And if that's something you're interested in and you want to take this further, I would invite you to take a look at Mindset School. It's my school community where we talk about all these fears and all these roadblocks, and we help you overcome them. It's a really cool group of people. I'll leave a link in the description. Go ahead and check that out. Let's make this real right now. I want you to think about one way that the fear of success has shown up in your life, and drop a comment. Like, did you delay a launch? Like, did you dabble in a business and give up? Did you not even start? Like, are you a consumer of information and not a creator? Like, leave something in the comment, let it out. Like, let's all support each other, because that's something I firmly believe in, is the more people that are saying like, yeah, I did this, and a lot of commonality will show up. Trust me, if you participate, is that starts to make you feel better, and you don't feel like you're the only person that's going through this. Because look, you are not afraid of failure. That's just what you tell yourself. Just like me, you're afraid of what success will require from you. And now that you've seen it and learned about it and watched this video, you now know how to move through it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. You got this. Let's go.